In this video, I will be explaining the Notice and Note signpost aha moment and what you should do when you think you found an example. It is very common to read an aha moment in a story. It's a technique that an author might even use a few times throughout their writing. An aha moment is when the character suddenly realizes, understands, or figures something out. It can sometimes be easy to identify an aha moment because of certain keywords like I realized, or she noticed, or now he understood. After you read an aha moment, you need to stop and ask yourself a question. How might this change things? Since the character just figured something important, are they going to do something differently? How will their realization affect their actions, words, or thoughts? Sometimes a character might finally understand the cause for a problem. If that happens, then you've read the conflict. Other times, the character might finally figure out an important life lesson that someone has been trying to teach them. If so, you've most likely discovered theme. You should be able to make some sort of prediction about future events after you ask yourself, how might this change things? In this example, a group of friends is getting on the school bus. Listen while I read and see if you can notice when a character has an aha moment. It was around 7:30 as the bus for school rolled to our stop to pick up me, Danny, and his little brother Eric. We made our way to the empty seats in the middle and sat down as the bus moved forward. Larry spotted Danny and Eric looking at the hole in Eric's shoe and the faded blue of Danny's hand-me-down jacket. "Danny, how many times are you going to wear that old jacket?" Larry questioned him. "Until it turns to dust?" The whole bus exploded into laughter. Maybe it was because Danny had a funny look on his face, or maybe it was because everyone else was laughing, or maybe I was just thankful that Larry hadn't made fun of me for once. But whatever the reason was, I cracked up too. Danny looked over at me and shook his head disappointingly. He didn't have to say anything. His eyes said it all. I knew right away that I had done something wrong. I looked out the window to hide the rest of my laugh. So while reading, I noticed that the author gave us a key word that there was an aha moment. The character says, I knew right away. We know now that he has figured something out. When Danny looks at him, the character realizes that he made a mistake when laughing with the rest of the kids and hurt his friend's feelings. This is an example of the character figuring out a conflict or problem. We have to remember to ask ourselves, how will this change things? Now that the character has made fun of his friend, he might stick up for him in the future in order to correct his mistake. He could also apologize since he knows now that he did something wrong. So when you find an aha moment while you're reading, you need to make sure you stop and ask yourself, how will this change things? Do you think the character will act differently, or will they learn an important lesson? If they figured out a problem, will they now try to solve it? It's important to focus on what the character realizes or figures out so you can make a prediction to future events.